You're watching Cox Connections only on Cox 11. The employees here at Cox understand the importance of giving back to our community. And through Cox Charities, employees made a video about their nonprofit organizations in hopes of receiving grant money through our philanthropic initiative. After more than 40 submissions, ROC Solid Foundation was one of the 10 employee-chosen organizations. Let's take a look at what this organization is all about.
The most interesting part of ROC Solid is it's something completely different from what all the other charity foundations are doing. We're getting directly involved with the kids when we build these playgrounds. You see the kids' face and how excited they are just of something that you think is so simple, just putting together a playground for them.
ROC Solid is really designed around everybody being able to have a hand in the day-to-day operations.
Pediatric cancer hits pretty close to the heart. When I was 3 years old, I was diagnosed with hepatoblastoma, which is a rare form of liver cancer. And that's what led me to start the ROC Solid Foundation. Play It Forward is the backbone of the ROC Solid Foundation. It's where we build playgrounds for kids with cancer. We just try to provide a little bit of hope throughout all the chaos of going through the treatment, all the way from the parent to the child.
When you see all these people who don't even know you get together to help you, it gives you such a hope for the future.
Building a play set is one of the greatest things that we can do for these kids. It really actually helps the child cope and heal faster with their treatments.
Just taking her outside and putting her on the swing and letting her go down the slide just helps her out a whole lot.
You actually have a chance to see firsthand the people that you're helping and making an impact in their lives.
It really touches my heart.
It's just an emotional support that is unlike any other. It really does show them what volunteering can do.
ROC Solid, it's a movement.
You're a part of it, you feel it.
It's very contagious, and when people help you, you want to help people.
We're leaving our mark there for them to always go back and look at the words of encouragement.
You see the kids' face and how excited they are. It really makes a difference in their life more than you can even understand.
Whether it's before or during after treatment, it's not just for the immediate, they're affected for life.
You see, you've got to run and play and be a kid.
Okay, go have fun.
Here with me now is Eric Newman, founder of ROC Solid Foundation, and Vicki Kincaid, a member of the Cox Virginia design team who nominated ROC Solid for the Cox Charities grant. Thank you both for joining me on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Vicki, let me start with you. How did you get involved with ROC Solid?
Well, my involvement with ROC Solid was through actually an organization that I'm a member of. I'm a member of the Portsmouth Chesapeake Elks Lodge. And Eric had joined our organization, and when I had found out through his application process about his foundation, I had not heard of it before, and it kind of tugged at my heart as to knowing what he does, especially for children, and also helping an area hospital with King's Daughters, which I support and donate to as well.
So talk a little bit about the Cox Charities Employee Grant Program and what you had to do in order to have ROC Solid become a contender to actually get a grant.
Well, it was lots of motivation, lots of communication, and it was lots of fun. Everybody around us was excited about doing the Cox Charities grant program, and when I submitted the application in and it was accepted, it was time to get off and start running with providing information to employees and talking it up. And I had visited several departments and had gone to some informational meetings to provide them information about ROC Solid and to also let them know what it did in our community and how they could get involved.
So how did you feel when you were able to help this great organization?
It felt really great, especially when I found out the day that we did the check presentation for them from Cox Charities. I found out that that check had paid for 5 of the bags that ROC Solid now does, where they give bags to parents whose child had just gone into the hospital. And we had immediately paid for the 5 bags for children that had just been diagnosed with cancer.
Well, Eric, let me just say, thank you for having the idea to create such a great organization. And the video talked about, you have a personal story around this. And tell me a little bit more about that.
Yes, sir. I was diagnosed with a very rare form of liver cancer when I was 3 years old. They ended up taking out over half of my liver. I went through treatments at Children's Hospital, the King's Daughters, ended up chemotherapy, radiation, and they gave my parents a 20% survival rate. Wow. So I hold pediatric cancer very close to my heart, and also I lost 2 first cousins to pediatric cancer. So my whole family's been tied into it pretty much for my entire life.
And there's some sobering statistics about childhood cancer.
And in Hampton Roads alone, it averages between 50 to 70 kids a year in Hampton Roads alone that get diagnosed with pediatric cancer. And in the United States, it's roughly between 14,000 to 16,000, counting the re-diagnoses and stuff like that.
And again, ROC Solid doing such a phenomenal job. Talk about some of the programs, Play It Forward, the Ready Bag Project, the Night for the Fight. Talk a little about some of the programs that you guys have.
Play It Forward is our flagship program. It's where we provide custom swing sets for the children in their backyards. The reason that we came up with the idea for Play It Forward is these kids are going through adult battles of no fault of their own, and the one thing that they lose out on is their childhood. And at ROC Solid, what we try to make sure is that they don't lose the actual of being a child. And that's the one thing you don't have to teach a child to do, is just you have to teach them to walk, to talk, but you put a toy car in front of them, they automatically know how to play. Yeah. So we're just allowing them to do, through the Play It Forward program, to do the one thing that comes natural to them. Right. Also, the ROC Solid Ready Bags is where we give the families, when they first find out that their child has pediatric cancer, it's the worst news that they've ever heard in their entire life. It's not like really you can plan a journey, you can't pack a bag for it because it's the unknown. It's kind of like a pregnancy bag, if you will. So what we do, we give the hospitals the ready bags, and when the parents find out the worst information that they've heard, the child life specialist comes in with a duffel bag. So even though physically ROC Solid's not taking the bag with them, theoretically we take the first step showing that somebody's there.
Well, listen, we're just about out of time, but I'd be remiss if I did not say anyone listening to this, they can contact you at ROC Solid.
At our website,
yes, sir. At your website if they want to get involved. Vicki, thank you for all you're doing. And again, Eric, thank you for your leadership in this whole effort.
Thank you.
When we return, be able to share your memories with family and friends while having the peace of mind that all of your most important files are protected with Cox's secure online backup. Learn more right after the break.